Yes, then, boys and girls. So welcome back to the Graft Kings podcast. We are in Bali. We are in our very lovely villa. However, a lot has happened in the last few weeks, and we thought we'd have a little debrief and discuss what's happened, good and bad. But I think it was about time we told you how it's been going.
Yeah, in the grand scheme.
First?
Oh, sorry, bruv.
I just said the good or the bad first.
Get the bad out of the way.
Well, that was what I was going to say. It's not in the grand scheme of things. It's not bad.
No.
Sometimes maybe good.
Sometimes maybe.
Sometimes maybe.
It's just a bit inconvenient. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's basically a construction site behind our villa, and we've had nothing but nightmares with this gaff. Like aesthetically, it is beautiful, unbelievable gaff, swimming pool, and kitchen in the living room, sunken sofa where we're doing the pod right now. This turns into a pool.
Yeah.
It actually comes with 2 pools, this villa. So yeah, that's the issue. So we've had murders with the villa basically.
It's a bit of an anticlimax considering how beautiful it is.
Yeah, very.
And the craziest part is it's advertised light building work.
It's like building work
It's
going on in the
not like
area.
building work. It's fucked. Like at quarter to, what is it?
Quarter
8
to
in
8.
the morning, we're up from the noise. You don't need an alarm. Up until 6 p.m. in the evening, and you cannot work. You cannot do anything.
I think that's the biggest detriment. Like, we could probably deal with stuff. Like, if we were just living here, we'd probably be able to deal with it. Like, normally, you'd probably have to deal with it. But because we have to film a lot of stuff, and we film on set, we film here, whether it's filming ads, breaks, promos, whether we're filming a podcast, we can't do it, boys, because all the equipment gets wet and this literally gets flooded. Like, we can't even sit and chill in here. So to be fair, like, that was the biggest detriment. And then obviously the noise, we have to get out.
It's not even that. I'm sat here right now and I'm sweating my bollocks off, mate, because this is an open plan villa. So we've got a fan above here, but obviously it's open plan all the time. So you're exposed to the elements, the good. Aussie's getting attacked.
It's just a dragonfly.
You two are definitely now.
Bruv, it's
Why
wild.
is it coming here with all that air, bruv?
Go on,
that
carry
air,
on.
bro.
Carry on, yeah.
Yeah, basically, what I was trying to say is basically we're open to the elements, and it sounds good in theory, but it's an absolute disaster, especially when you've got a business like this.
Yeah.
I think regardless, I wouldn't like it. It's too much.
The worst part about it is we're going out late some nights. We don't get into like 3, 4 in the morning,
Yeah.
and then you're up at 7:45 in the morning with the loudest drilling.
Yeah.
Like it's so loud. I'm putting my AirPods in, putting noise cancellation on, and I can still hear what's going on.
Yeah, it's not. And the only cool place to sit, bearing in mind, boys, it is like 32 degrees, and it's like average 29, 30 every day and all through the night. The only cold place for us to sit is in our bedroom, so it's very
Antisocial.
antisocial. Yeah, that's the right word. Like everyone fucks off to their bedrooms, or we all congregate in one room, like 8 bodies. It's not practical.
It's not
unfortunately,
ideal.
for us.
We had a lot of other issues as well. Like we didn't have hot water for a few days. The showers didn't work. The water dispenser didn't work. We've had mold in one of the rooms. Like we've had loads of issues with the place. It's not just the building
Walls coming
work.
out, the light fitting.
Yeah, water coming out the light fittings, and it's just long term we're here for a little while, and people might think we're a bit ungrateful, but we're paying a lot of money for it, and we're here for a lot of time. We're not asking for a lot. We just want to live and crack on, but it's got in the way of it.
And the rain's the worst part, in my opinion. Like, if it rains, there is
pours.
nowhere when it rains it pours. It does actually.
Yeah.
It pours out,
Yeah.
Me and him woke up at like 3, 4 in the morning. He went, oh my God, the pod equipment. We literally flung out of bed, ran downstairs, grabbed everything and started
The funniest
taking
part about that
upstairs.
was,
What was with Rattleys?
I didn't know if you wanted me to say it. It was
I'll
with
take
Rattler.
it, mate.
And I remember I was just laying there, we're all just cuddled up, and then I just went,
4 man in
I
a
just said-
bed.
I was like, Ozzie, pod equipment. He didn't even hesitate. We just got out, but they must think there's a fucking earthquake going on. We're running down the stairs, and all of it got soaked.
And it was
Luckily,
it
the
was
mics
mental,
were
innit?
in the rooms, and the audio mixer and the laptops were in the rooms, but all the stands, all the lights, everything was left out, and it all fucking soaked. All the cables got soaked, and luckily they dried out and they're still working. Otherwise, you'd be watching this pod right now. So
It's like what Mirk said though, man. I don't want people to think we're ungrateful.
Of course not.
We're still in a very beautiful place. It's a lovely villa, however, it's just not convenient for us.
That's it. That's all it is that for us, for what we need, it's just not convenient.
for what we need, bruv. Like, this turned into a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Twice.
It's not good.
If you've
yeah.
got
Feel sorry
family
for the
here,
cleaners.
like, what did you say the other day? Would my mum put up with this?
No way.
My mum and dad
I
would
wouldn't-
lose their fucking head, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, they would ruin their holiday.
Of course it would. At least we're young, we can deal with it.
Yeah.
Like now we're looking to move, and we've done some viewings yesterday. Nice few little gaffs that we went to.
Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
see 3. The third was literally third time lucky.
Third time
The
lucky.
third one we saw was stunning. Lovely people as well. So yeah,
Doesn't look aesthetically as nice as this, though.
No, but
It's
it's
just a
nice.
lot
it just
more
looks like a
practical.
really nice villa.
It just depends where you're willing to compromise. It's
Yeah.
what I used to say to like people that were to my buyers when I done the stage, and so I was like, "Where are you willing to compromise?" And this is one of them.
It's got 3 floors, which is cool. Like all closed off, It's like beautiful to look at. Not the aesthetics aren't like this. It's just like a very modern villa.
Yeah.
But the cool part is it's got on the
Shack
third
pad.
floor. Yeah.
It actually does have a shack pad.
On the third floor, it's got like a really sick veranda, sofas and all that.
Yeah, it's
so we
nice.
walked upstairs and literally went straight away. That's where you do a podcast.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
cool.
It's the funniest part is as well, like from the viewings we were doing when we all walked into the third one, was like, we have a good feeling about this place.
Yeah, it was nice.
Like, you just kind
And
of
we're
felt-
back in the centre again.
I think even
I was
Mirk said
literally
it.
going to say this is very out the way.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a mission. It's beautiful, quiet. Well, it's meant to be quiet. If that was
Yeah.
construction work going on, it's very, very quiet. But
it's not bad.
Didn't we?
yeah, we sound like old men. we turn 30 next month, and this is the start. Look,
Who
look at us.
does? Who
Let's
turns
fucking
30?
go. We're doing viewing just today. We're officially old. What the going on?
You say it looked like a fool out of buying a house. And then on the third villa, Mirk's winning went, it feels homely in here.
We are getting old.
We are. But I'll tell you what, move on. It's been a beautiful it's a beautiful villa to look at, not practical. So we're moving on to pastures new.
And apart from that, the whole trip's been sick so far.
Yeah, it's been good.
Unbelievable. So we're not saying we've had a bad time. It's just we had a bit of a hiccup. with
Yeah.
that.
Let's talk about last week with the right side boys.
What an unbelievable week.
Yeah.
What
That
great
was a
week.
pinch me moment.
Yeah.
That was better than what I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I
definitely.
don't feel like you can mentally prepare to how that was going to go down. Like, obviously, you kind of plan and prepare and create this artillery to like what you're going to do. But at the same time, it was just, I don't know, it went above and beyond for me.
I agree.
I created some really good bonds with them boys.
Yeah, man.
There wasn't one single boy that I didn't gel with like really well.
Yeah.
Like,
Is
every
that-
single one, all different individuals, all had their own personalities, and everyone just got on like a house on
I was
fire.
going to say them together as well. That's the nicest part about it as well.
Yeah.
It kind of
No
solidifies
bickers,
it. No,
yeah.
nothing.
nothing.
Like that at all.
And the whole week went so smoothly.
They're all good kids.
All of them,
They're
man.
all lovely kids.
And like the stories as well of like how they all got introduced to the right side is really cool. Like Jacob introduced Kian. Kian ended up winning the Riz Olympics. Them boys went to Thailand. Jacob ended up staying in Thailand, met Macca, introduced Macca to the right side. Macca then flew out to here from Thailand to meet us, is now part of the right side. Like, it's just
Where was
like,
Freddie before?
I think he
He's
got
in
introduced by
Thailand
a
as
shepherd,
well.
didn't he?
Yeah, he did get introduced by
Before
Sheffield,
Freddie was
yeah.
in Thailand. He flew over
Yeah.
to Thailand as well.
And then
yeah.
Josh.
Hello, boys.
Hello, boys.
How are we?
Josh lives out here. Now then he's part of it. Then boys, winter or not, you're still going to want to make sure that you're looking fresh. You're still going to be going out with the boys and you're still going to be going out with Rattleys. Plus, summer is very fast approaching, so we have got you covered. MuotiClothing.com are our partner. They will supply you every designer good you can ever think of. Fresh tees like this. Head over MuotiClothing.com. In the checkout code, make sure you always put Graft Kings and it'll give you 20% off every single order. Don't delay, boys. Go and cop yourself some fire pieces. What's the other guy's name?
Chris.
Chris.
Oh yeah, from Australia.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's,
Shame he couldn't be part of that week.
yeah, the week, yeah, definitely. He was gutted, he missed it, to be fair. But hopefully we'll see him in Australia.
And this is the craziest part is they've made the effort to come all the way around the other side of the world to be with us.
Yeah, we never asked them.
Imagine when we like do this in like Marbella and Ibiza. They're all going to want to come out there, which I'm all
I
for.
want more of them.
Yeah.
On an army.
Oh, man, Cole just roll into ocean like this.
Yeah.
Right. What's going on
30
here?
man deep. So sick.
No, it is a pinch me moment. Like we got to remember we created this.
What was the highlight
Yeah.
of that week for you boys?
I'd say whitewater rafting.
That was good fun.
That was a great
That was
day.
great, yeah.
That was fun, man.
That
It
was
a-
cool.
Like proper team building. That sounds kind of like gay, but it was very
Yeah.
team building. Everyone was just having a laugh. Everyone's having a good time. Then we went to that beach club after. Everyone's chilling, talking to Rattleys.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was a good
yeah,
day,
yeah. See, that day was sick
Yeah,
when
it
we
was a
did
good
that.
day.
That was
Poor Luke got barley belly.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he was ill, man.
A few of the boys got ill.
Oh no, I'm confused in 2 days.
The
boys.
Irish boys got ill as
Yeah,
well.
you are.
weren't
The
they?
After the mountain
beach club was
climb.
after the mountain climb,
Which
yeah.
actually worked out in our favour.
Yeah, did in fact.
Do you know what? That day was great. I felt like everyone was really bonding that day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everyone's in very close proximity together, just chilling, drinking, getting good food. Like the boys
not
were
even
talking to
that.
birds. It was good.
All up at the break of dawn at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
in the morning on a bus to Ubud, then climbing a mountain on zero sleep.
No one's moaning about doing anything.
No,
Everyone
nothing.
just got on with it, enjoyed it.
Real men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surveyor was good.
So that was very
I
good.
think
Oh, yeah,
that was- that
Surveyor,
was-
yeah.
Two of the younger boys, the 19-year-olds, they said to me, "Is this how you boys go out all the time?" And I was like, "Bruv, this is what we do all the time. You want to see us when we go to Marbella and our beef?" And he went,
In our element.
"He goes, bro, you say it on pod," and I couldn't believe it. I was like, Bro, he goes, look at all the girls. So look at all the girls. Like, bro, this is standard procedure when we go out, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
he goes, I've got to come with you more, lads. I was like, no worries. Butchered your accent there, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, man. That was like I think Oz said it perfectly. You couldn't have asked for a better time. I'll tell you what was a good moment, actually, that's just come to me, was just before we went out to Single Fins and we was all sat around that table
I
just
knew
chatting.
you was going to say that.
that
On
was
my
good.
life, I knew he was going to say that. I
That
said,
was good.
because for me, it's the little wholesome moments. So
Yeah.
like when everyone's in one room, everyone's like just on the sofa, just chatting shit, having a laugh, like all huddled up somewhere. Not like when we're active, because like you're meant to be in those places and doing that shit. But if you just naturally kind of gravitate towards each other and you're just chilling,
It was
I
nice.
like those types of little wholesome
Everyone was
moments.
engaged. It was a round table as well, which is cool. Everyone was engaged in convo. Everyone was asking questions, sharing life stories, learning stuff about each other. The boys, I didn't know that about
Yeah,
you.
it's
And-
fine.
Of course.
Yeah, that's mad.
I don't think I was.
Texting her Atlee.
Yeah, but no, it was awesome. And I was sat there chatting away. Like, we were giving some advice to some of the younger boys. And even the boys were sharing their own stories, their own life stories. And the boys were learning about each other. Like, I didn't know that you did that. Or that, for me, I was like, yeah, man, this is fucking cool.
Well, that's what it's about. That's why we
That's
create
it.
the right side, to network and meet like-minded individuals. And now some of them like have quit their jobs and started doing online
sales,
online
high
sales
ticket
stuff.
sales and that.
And that's because they networked with each other, started having conversations with each other, and now they're working doing. They all quit their job. Not all of them quit their jobs.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
A large amount of them
Some
quit
of
their
them are
jobs.
even vlogging and doing like their own little stuff on like
Yeah.
social
Yeah.
media.
That's it.
And they're like, I don't even know how to start it, but I just have. And I'm like, that's exactly what we preach. Just start, do your thing. And they're doing it, and it's good.
I think boys and men in general, in today's society, not years ago, they knew what it was all about. But guys today, I think, really underestimate the power of having a brotherhood around them.
Yeah.
They really underestimate what it's like to be in a high testosterone environment with guys that want more out of life, that want to succeed, that genuinely want to help one another, that want more out of life, want to travel, be open to new cultures, and genuinely build together and have the best interests at heart. I think guys today feel as though they need to do each other over, or they want to do the lone wolf stuff, and they want to just go out and generally as well fuck other people over. It's not about that. Like, yeah, in the right side in our community, we want to teach these boys how to talk to girls and how to dress properly and how to go to the right places, how to network. But moreover than that, we want to embody how important it is of having a brotherhood around you for such a multitude of reasons, for your mentality, your mindset, your motivation, your dreams and aspirations in life. Like, you need that around you. Men thrive in that environment. And I feel as though that week solidified not only for us, but for them, how important what we're doing is.
Good speech.
Yeah, that was very good.
That's good. It's like you read off a script.
You can delete it off your notes now.
Joey, put the board down, mate.
Yeah, Joey, come say hello on camera, bro. Yeah. Come say hello.
Oh, saying
Yeah, Joey is there. Have we shown Joey on pod before?
On pod.
Not on pod,
He's been
no.
at pods. He's never been on pod.
Yeah,
Just sits very closely and watches us.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
How you found it, bro?
Last week, I think it was a good sort of like realization of like what we've put together with the community. I feel like being on the calls, you get that feeling that we get when we've come off a call. We had that all week last week.
Yeah.
And I think like obviously seeing you boys with them as well, I feel like that was probably the biggest moment for them.
Yeah.
Like, of course, we have the calls and they get a lot from that, but actually being around you for that long amount of time, I think that's definitely going to stay with them for quite a while.
Well, some of them said that was the best trip of their life. That's crazy.
That makes me smile so much.
That made me just tingle a bit. Like,
I want to do more of that type of shit, like do masterminds and just move on to things where we can kind of be around them and like create a whole week or weekend and make it like a continuous thing.
it's like what Mirk said in the vlog. Like, I don't want to anyone, but like, you got all these communities online and they're selling you these courses and telling you to do this and do that, but are they actually providing any real life value? Like, really, are they? These boys walked away like motivated and refreshed and aligned to know what they want to do. Like, one of them wants that we might potentially employ one of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Longevity, man.
yeah, like these boys are just, it's crazy to feel like we've had that impact, because I don't feel, I don't know, a bit of imposter syndrome here. I just don't feel like I'm qualified to do it. But
Really?
there's a sense of it, yeah, because like, I sometimes think to myself, like, I'm proud of what we've done and what we've achieved, but like, who am I?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, who am I? Who am I to give these boys advice? And I know that we're doing quite well right now, better than we've done previously, and we're growing. But like, I do sometimes have imposter syndrome when it comes to stuff like that. Not with the pod, not with the vlogs, because I know like
More
hot.
people looking up to
Like,
you type of thing.
yeah, when I look at, I know our vlogs
It's a big
are good.
thing.
Yeah,
It's very rewarding.
it is very rewarding.
And do you know what? Like, when you are people of influence, you have a shit ton of responsibility.
Yeah.
Because people are looking at you for influence. Like they're looking at you for guidance. They're looking at you for that stuff. That's a huge weight, man.
Well, that's why I think it's a bit of imposter syndrome, because I'm like, with these guys, you go out and you obviously look through a lens, and we're out drinking and talking to birds, and it portrays a bit of a degeneracy, which we don't like promote as such, but we are.
That's the whole package, though.
Yeah, that's the whole package. But
that's reality.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I think it is, because everyone online,
normality.
yeah, they're not promoting normality. They're just promoting, right, you've got to do this meal, and you've got to sleep this many hours, you've got to take this many ice baths, and you can't go out, you can't do this, can't do that. It's not really practical in the real world. Yeah. And I feel like we're showing both ends. Like, we do go out.
One dimension.
We're not one dimension. We do go out. We do get drunk. We do crazy. We also, down to business. We've got, and I feel like they can relate to that more than anything.
I think you said it. Jacob said it. He was like, I was observing you boys, and it's like, it's a skill. Like you literally, and you still managed to get everything done. Like he was like, I was watching through like the back scenes and just taking it in. And I was just like, it's not easy to do.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it isn't. We have days where we're like, this is long. Not the pod of the business. I mean, like, just getting up and cracking on with emails and doing outreach and doing whatever we need to do. And sometimes we're not motivated to do it. But that's why I think it's the beauty of having each other.
You literally took the word out of my mouth.
Yeah.
That's what keeps us accountable. We've always preached it.
Yeah, that's
again, I think we've spoke about it previously. People that we've come into encounter with recently has always said, just I love like what you boys have, purely because of the fact of kind of we're building it together.
Yeah.
Where some people, if they are by themselves, then they've only got themselves.
I'll tell you what else people don't realise is, truth be told, like, you've got, Joey's pretty much with us everywhere, right? So, including Dan, right? But you've got 4 to 5 very big personalities all living under one roof. Like, that's a challenge in itself as well. Like, okay, yeah, I've known Yo for a very long time. We can fight and bicker, but 2 seconds later, it's forgotten about. And the boys, like, but everyone's Oz might wake up in a certain mood and might not want to talk to anyone one day, or Mirk might not want to be in a certain mood, and so on and so forth. Like, that also in itself to navigate as men is very difficult.
Yeah.
Like, and we do that even without saying it, but we do it. We read each other's personalities, and we have to counter for it and cater for it. Like, and people go, "You live in the life." Like, just living under one roof with 5 other guys, that in itself is a challenge.
Yeah. Considering we've never done anything like this either.
Yeah.
I've not been to university and kind of lived that lifestyle of living away from home properly, apart from obviously living by myself, but I've never lived with people, never lived around like my friends like that before. So it's all new to everyone. No one has, I take it.
No.
I mean, you went to uni for a bit. I know you moved out.
We've done spell.
Same principle.
I've not lived like in a big place like with this many people. I've done like 1 or 2 people, but you just do your own thing, innit? But this is completely different. Boys, let me pause this video quickly. Have you ever suffered from erectile dysfunction?
And if you have, boys, nothing to be ashamed about. As you know, we would never promote or partner with a brand that we ourselves would not take. So therefore, we have partnered up with one of the best businesses in the game, Primal Herbs.
Guys, a little bit about what they actually do. It's a natural supplement. It increases testosterone levels. It can increase libido. It can increase desire. And most importantly, it can sort out the problem if you have ever had erectile dysfunction.
Boys, we all know what it's like. We've all been there after a night out, too tired, whatever the case may be, and you can't quite get it up. It can kill your relationship. It can kill your sex drive. Most importantly, it can kill your confidence. Don't be ashamed about it. I don't care if you're 18. I don't care if you're 40. It's still the same outcome. Primal Herbs, boys, are here to help you out and make sure that you're always on top form when it comes to how you perform in the bedroom.
And guys, if you don't believe us, go on to primalherbs.co.uk and check out their reviews. I'm going to read one for you right now. This jar of magic has changed my life. I do not have to worry about ED anymore, and the confidence this gives me is priceless. The wife is very happy. There's loads of reviews on there. It really does work, and the best thing about it, it's all natural with no side effects.
So boys, if this is something that directly affects you, do not be ashamed about it. Head over to primalherbs.co.uk and get yourself back in the mix.
But it's cool. It's a learning curve. It's a challenge for everybody. Like, and do you know what? Every trip and everything we do does bring us closer together. So it is a blessing. It's a blessing. But don't think everything's always sunshine and rainbows.
It's definitely.
The amount of stress we've had in the last month.
It's hard to explain that to people because we had this convo yesterday.
Yeah.
From the outside looking in, it looks fucking unreal. But like,
And it is.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it away, it is.
But there's so much stuff that goes behind closed doors that you just wouldn't think of.
Like-
Because you just would we probably look at people like, I don't know, Nelk, and I'm sure they have very similar issues.
I wouldn't say now, but in the come up, yeah.
I don't know. Even Carl said when he was talking to Chris, he was like, I'm fighting legal battles all the time.
Yeah.
Like constantly now legal battles and worth millions all the time. People coming after him, trying to sue him, trying to do
We
this.
probably
We
got all that to
arguably
come.
had one of the hardest weeks of our life when it comes to making certain decisions and where we are with certain things.
Yeah.
But again, we only showcase certain part of what we go through, And I don't think people see that. So I think rightfully so. I think I was saying it was over there. Like, I get why people would look at us and think you're living a dream and you're living a good life. And we are. Like, it's a great life and it's amazing to do what we're doing. But there is a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people don't know that is making me get grays on the side of my head. And Mason's hair's not growing back because of that.
You are right. It's true. So, like, guys, we always want to keep it real with you because, you know, we call out the influencer world and because they make you look at their life through rose-tinted glasses. And, like, we will never, ever do that. Do you know what I mean? We're not without money worries. We're not without health worries. We're not without family and friends.
Health worries?
You worry about your family health worries.
Yeah,
You've got to keep yourself in check.
My health's fine, thank God.
Touch wood. So we're all still normal human beings at the end of the day that are still trying to run a brand and run a business and keep things going. So, but the main thing is with us lot, we always keep it stepping, we always keep it moving, and regardless of what happens, we'll find a way to make it work.
And like I always say, and I said it many times on pod and off pod, if it was easy, everyone would do it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Because it isn't easy.
No. I think, like we said before, we're very lucky there's 4 heads. Because if you was one person dealing with this stress,
I'd have crumbled.
You would have probably...
You reckon?
I deal with stress very well. And
You reckon you would though? Like, let's just speak of it. I don't know if I should be saying this, but from a financial perspective, if it's just a one-man band, what you're earning with what we are currently,
you wouldn't struggle that way.
Sweet as a nut.
yeah, but would we be even getting this money coming in if we was running?
Potentially. Like, I'm just saying hypothetically, if you were getting that amount to win,
brother, if
you're
That's
laughing.
different, but
Even
saying,
if 2 of you had that money, you'd
yeah,
be
but
fine.
I'm saying if you had the problems that we do now and you was a solo person, you would have
There'd be a
crumbled.
lot to deal with, yeah.
Depends on the person, but it'll be difficult for sure. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot to deal with sometimes, so it's nice to be able to share the load. No homo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did he?
No diddy.
Other than that,
Great week.
I've not even great week. It's been a
Great
Do you know
few
what
weeks.
was a very
great few
proud,
weeks,
proud moment last week? It was like seeing all of the boys wrapped around things. I don't know what it is, but when I see my boys and when I see people just wrapped around things, I'm just observing, going, "Go on, you dirty little fucker, go on."
They're on job, mate.
I feel like if one of you pulled one of the boys off like I've pulled,
Yeah, same.
I just want to know more. Like, how did it happen? How did it develop?
What did you say to her?
do? What did you say? Like, I just want to know. Like when we was in the other villa and Jacob was running some like verbal game on that bird in front of us. Me and him were like looking at him, going, "I am so proud of you."
We were like that.
We were just. I was like, "Fair play at 20. You're dropping bars like that."
Yeah, fair
in front
play
of
to you,
everyone.
Jacob.
Like firm, and she just loved every bit
She
of it.
even
I
said
was
she liked it. She goes, "I like the way you talk to me."
Oh, go on, Jacob.
She was like, "You're very firm." It's like, I'm sweet on the inside, darling. That's what counts or something. Fucking hell, bro. Come on.
So I tell you who's always on job as well was Freddie.
Yeah, he is
He's so
one of
funny.
the funniest characters I've ever
Unintentionally.
met.
Oh,
Unintentionally.
Oh, mate.
Bro's always just.
What
coming
about
out
when you
with
kept
one
fighting
line.
with each other, did he? He was like, you going to say that, Freddie? Oh, you're in the lead now, mate.
He was eating some eggs and like he went to me. I've got to catch up boy to part. And
Oh, he's so funny.
He is
He's like,
so
"I've gotta catch
unintentionally
up."
funny. He's one of my favourites when it comes to humour.
He is
No
a funny
one's
character.
humour's better
He
than
is
Freddie's.
hilarious.
Spot on. Absolutely spot on. It's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. But and it's gone like that.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
It has gone very.
We're
quickly.
over halfway.
Well,
I leave in 2.5 weeks.
See ya.
And we've still got so much to do. Like we've still got so many places to visit, so much to do. Like in terms of being in Bali, it's like fuck. It's just crazy how much like we've done already. And I think again, do you know what? This is probably a prime example. And you could take this into like the wider part of life of, you know, how we always talk about we wanted to be here. And you kind of forget about everything you've done previously. I feel like that's kind of what happens now. It's like we're so wrapped up in not even necessarily the moment of like what's next that we're like, fucking hell, look at what we've done over the last nearly 2 months already. It's nuts.
I don't feel like we've had a chance to do that though.
Yeah, no,
Because-
we've had no reflection time.
because we're so busy like trying to build and think about the next step, and then obviously all these stuff that came into place and like these little issues, and you're never by yourself. I just don't think we've had the opportunity to actually sit down and observe like what's gone on, because boys, like if you think about it, when we was in the UK, we were stressing out of our nut about moving here, about the unknown and how it's going to go down and what's going to happen. I'm not saying that we've reached every single pinnacle moment, but we've actually kind of forgotten a little bit in respect of like how much we was like thinking about getting here. Now that we're here and it's nearly done, it's crazy. It's mental.
Yeah.
I think it's like the next step. We've already like forecasted what we're doing this year. This
year.
whole year is forecasted to like what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it, where it's meant to go, like just everything. It's crazy.
Do you know what? I don't, sitting here now, listening to you speak like that, I don't actually feel as though it's even necessarily kicked in that I'm here. Like,
You know
this
what it
is life. do
This
you know what I mean?
place, you
Like,
don't feel like you're part of a normal time, like zone. I don't feel like I'm still joined to the world that I was in.
Yeah.
I feel like completely detached from it.
I don't look like it. There's no, because you know why? Like I was saying the other day, like you don't have a Monday to Friday, then the weekend, and you're waiting for it to come round and plan your stuff around it. It's just like what we're doing today.
It's small things as well. You know what? You know when you're like in England, you work and you hear like people gossip about what's going on in the world and like this happening there. Like there's none of that here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on in the world.
I like that
a little bit, but like not as much as you would be in England. You speak to people and be like, you've seen that happen there, that happened there. Like you never got what's happening there. This here, bruv, it's just like
Everyone's just living here.
Yeah,
Well,
everyone's
that's what I'm
lives.
saying. We'll go back and people will still be doing the same in the same places, and you would have gone and built a brand and come back and done a madness, and people are just in the same gas. And I'm not saying for some people there's anything wrong with that, but
I've caught up with
being
a
out
few of my
here-
boys from back home because like I realised that sometimes some of my contact has been a bit lapsed into being here from being just wrapped up in stuff. And I've caught up with about 4 of the boys over the last few days and asked them like what's going on, how's things back home, how's businesses and stuff. And each and every single one of them has turned around and said to me, "Nothing changed, bro. Just grinding away." Da, 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 da. Like every one of them has said that to me.
It's normal, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'd be doing the same if we didn't take the
Yeah.
league.
The guys just showed the thought of it is worse than actually doing it. Like, remember when we spoke about that yesterday when we was all sat on the floor in Moo-Moo's like laying down, being like, "We are so."
cooked here.
We were like, "We are so."
There's a
fucked."
video somewhere.
Yeah, and we're like,
We're
"I don't get
absolutely
how we're gonna
cooked.
do this, how we're gonna make this work." Then we're here, and it's like it's not been that
There's all
bad.
up haircuts.
Yeah.
Have you lot ever like planned this far ahead before in respect of like
No.
Never.
respect of work or anything
Never.
you're doing?
Never done anything even remotely close to this.
Like just the thought process of like planning a year ahead is crazy to me. It's good though because you have to do that. But I've never had anything that I wanted to plan ahead that far.
the biggest thing I've ever planned for like that was buying my house.
Yeah.
That's it. I had to plan. I was planning for
And
like
that's-
2 years.
And that's like something you plan for and then you get it and that's it. It's done.
Yeah, it's done.
Like
This doesn't end.
this won't end.
What's next?
Oh, how are we meant to find a wife like this? It's not even on my mind anymore about
Ain't it?
dating.
Same.
Like I was thinking about it. Obviously, like Uncle was over here, a little bit older than everyone else. Like the point is, I was looking at my life, going, I just don't think I have any room for dating this year. Like it's off the cards for me.
Bro, it's fucked.
It's completely off the cards for me.
In casual date, which we've kind of been doing out here, just
But
meeting
you
birds and
know it's not amounting to nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I think you boys do that just because it's nice. You know, the girl's attractive. You get on, and there's nothing wrong with that either. I don't think there's anything wrong with casual dating.
I like dating out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Hey, I went on a date.
Cheap.
It's cheap. There's a fancy restaurant. Cost me to score.
Shorts and t-shirt.
Yeah, just turn up in flippers.
Pick her up on a ped.
And then she
Yeah,
disappears.
I love that, bro.
Imagine turning up
I'm
back
so-
home.
I know.
Picking her up on a ped.
I picked up a weapon the other day on a ped, mate, and took her for a nice slap-up meal and some drinks, and then
She disappeared.
Then
David
Bowie.
nothing. But yeah, imagine that, like you said, near on 30, picking up a bird on a ped. What the
it,
fuck?
like.
Me and Max said I was just driving back. I was like, how fun is this, bro? Just like driving around on this. And even, how have we swapped in our motors for these?
I was just on it looking at it and I'm like, for fuck's sake, mate. But I love it. You just pitch up anywhere and just park up.
Love
and
it.
throw
I
your
do
head.
love it, yeah.
Just lob it anywhere, bro.
It's such a
Love
relaxed place, isn't
Yeah.
it? Just do what you want. when you
People are
want.
very relaxed, mate. That's why everyone's just chopping each other out here as well.
Oh, speaking of dating culture,
it's-
Bali,
been mad.
Bali dating culture is
Everyone knows everyone.
everyone knows everyone. I don't know what the best way. Like, think of it as like Ibiza, but no one leaves the island, and you're there for like the whole summer. Like everyone would end up chopping everyone. So that's kind of what it's like here. Like everyone knows someone that knows
Yeah.
someone else. Like you can't really speak to someone that lives here that probably hasn't been flown through by someone else that lives here. Like there's none of that. So there's not even any point asking them what their body count is.
I think I asked someone yesterday.
I did.
And they got a bit arsey.
I'm surprised.
I,
I live out here.
I didn't ask because like it mattered in that way. I was just curious. Like,
Yeah.
What is it like? How many bodies, mate? Enough. Clearly, seen the way you walk. all I'm saying is, out here it is ruthless, and I've seen a
Yeah.
couple of girls do TikToks over dating in Bali.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a husband or a wife, you ain't finding it here, mate. You're not gonna live some fairy tale like summer romance and find the one, because I'm telling you, everyone out is on getting drilled. If you're coming for that, then happy days, do it.
They're great players.
Because just like the drilling in the back, there's a lot of that going on out here. Ain't it, Mace?
Yeah, you boys keep me up, man. It's not even funny. Jarring. What advice would you boys give to anybody watching this about thinking about doing something similar to what we've done?
What advice would
I'll tell you what,
for-
give you pros and cons.
Of coming here.
of doing exactly what we've done in terms of like starting a business and just making, even if someone isn't starting a business, even if they just want to move out of their hometown and start a new life and just give it a go.
Are we talking about
man.
in respect of work or just in general?
Bit of both.
If you want me to be totally honest, I don't see a lot of cons. I couldn't give you a con right now. I know we're stressed about certain things, but like I think that's inevitable in anything you do. Like anything. If you've got a job, you're still got them cons, the ones we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're. Well, tell me a con.
Well, leaving your hometown, leaving your family.
I've
leaving
got-
your
yeah, of
friends,
course,
the
but-
obvious.
Yeah, leaving Mumsy and that's horrible, and that was hard, and I miss her. Like
I suppose it's about what we always say is this is the stress we choose.
Yeah.
Like, this is the stress we choose. People say, how do you do it? And stuff like that. I'm like, it's the stress we choose. Like, at home, you've got a mortgage to pay, bills to pay, council tax to pay, parking fines to pay, car to pay.
Jeez,
Like,
thank you.
do you know what I mean? You've got all that, keeping up with the Joneses and all that. Like, that's what it is all about back home. It's about, I want to buy them trainers. I want to buy that. I want to buy the watch. I want to buy this. Our stress now is like, okay, yeah, we don't have the money we once did have in terms of individually and things like that, but the stress that's our trade-off. This is our trade-off. Like living up next to a beach in 30-degree heat, wearing what we're wearing it, like, with great people is our trade-off. So like to anyone thinking about traveling and getting out of their hometown, and I know it's petrifying, but personally, and all these boys will say the same, it's the best thing I think you could ever do.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's up there. One of the best things I've done.
Yeah, millions, 100%.
I don't regret anything,
If not the best
good
thing
or
I've ever
bad.
done.
Yeah.
What I'd say is, depending on if you're moving to go travelling or to work. Now, if you're going to travel, I don't think there's many cons. I don't think there is any
Yeah, I
cons.
agree.
I don't think there's any problems in wanting to do that. People get to a certain age and they think, oh, am I too late? I don't think you are. I think if that's something you want to do and it's deep within you, go do it, because you could go and it might not be for you and you can come back. That's still an experience. So I think that side of just travelling is basic. There's no cons. But from a business perspective, there's no guarantees the business is going to work. Like, there's no guarantees like this is 100% going to work, right? We've put everything into it. But my point is, only if you are prepared to put absolutely everything into your business is when I feel like you should kind of leave what you're doing and go do what you want to do, like in another country, because it's not for the faint-hearted. It's not all like happy days and fairy tales, especially if you're by yourself. Like, you are away from family. There might be some financial struggles. You've got to learn to kind of live below your means. So I think you need to take certain things into consideration, because it could be very anticlimax if you come out here and you think everything's just going to be magical.
Yeah.
And it can be, but you've got to be prepared to go through the shit as well.
And you got to be prepared to work.
If you're building a brand, if you're building a business, you have to sacrifice. And one of the biggest sacrifices for us was leaving our family. Like, that wasn't easy.
And our jobs.
And our jobs.
Financial stability.
At the age I'm at, especially.
Yeah, and that's another thing I'd say. If I could give any advice, I'd say do it younger than us. Not that I regret, like, we are where we are right now, and we're meant to be where we are right now. But I'm saying, and I don't think this would have worked if we did it younger anyway. But what I'm trying to say is, if you're going to do anything, stop waiting for a certain pinnacle moment to go do it. Just do it now. You're never getting time back. You're never going to be this young again, and you only have one life. So what the hell is stopping you from leaving your hometown and pursuing your dreams, man?
Yeah, spot on.
Banging.
I've never been this hot on pod. I'm literally dying.
Yeah, I'm sweating out.
It's hot.
It's very warm.
That was a good pod.
Yeah. So are we still?
Have we missed anything?
Are we still
Anything
live?
we haven't said?
What a weirdo.
Yo's just got in the pool. I'm
Fully clothed because he
cameras
was that
on,
hot.
rolling.
Anything for content, isn't it?
We're gonna wrap this up. Go and meet some Ratleys, and
Yeah, what are we doing tonight?
we're going to Black Sands, which is like a little beer
Don't you dare
garden.
walk over me.
So, yeah.
That's my trade-off.
Weirdo.
How was that?
Probably never going to get to do that opportunity again on pod, so. There to do it.
Round it off so we can
fair
go.
play.
What?
Yeah.
That's the shortest pod we've ever done.
Nah, we're done shorter.
No.
38 minutes. Well, if you keep talking, we might make it 40.
Shut up. Right, let's close it off. Right, boys. I'm probably not in shots, so probably one of you has to close it off.
Yeah, you're not in shot. Boys, girls, we hope you've enjoyed it. If you've made it this far along our journey and you still haven't, please do us a little favour. Hit that subscribe button. Please go and run up GK Daily. Keep staying motivated. We will do as best as we can to make sure that you still get delivered the best content. We're off tonight to go and enjoy ourselves a couple of pints because we need it after this week.
Friday night here, and we're going to get on the IPAs.
Yeah.
Get up, yeah!
If you haven't already, join the rightside.com.
In it. Lovely. Oh, off. See you in a bit.